Guys, I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm losing my mind and it's not making any sense. I'm finally crying in front of everybody. But please, what am I even begging for? I don't know.
I told you guys that Regina was just complicating issues, but a lot of you did not understand where I was coming from. Now look at Regina. Look at the mess that she has gotten herself into. When you are dealing with Nigerian politicians are like gods in Nigeria. Like, they are literally above the law. So when you are dealing with this kind of people and you do not have anybody, like any politician of their caliber or a rich man or a big, you guys, there's something we call big men in Nigeria. If you don't have such people backing you up, my dear, it's not just by mere words of the mouth. Like action, when it comes to action, if you don't have them backing you up, you have no reason to continue to fight a Nigerian politician. You will lose, and you will lose big time. When some of us said that the approach that Regina was using was wrong, a lot of you guys thought that maybe we are jealous of her or we are mocking her or anything. It is not mocking. We're just trying to let her know that the approach that she was following was going to create even more problem for her. Now there is arrest warrant for her mother. Her brother is now in jail. The magistrate court is nowhere to be found, according to Regina. So what has she gained in all of these things? What has her family gained in all of these things? She cannot even get access to her children. So what exactly is she fighting for? The biggest mistake Regina made was to allow her brother to continue to write those slander, those things against Senator Ned Nwoko that night that they fought. Then the next day, the guy was supposed to have sense. He continued to write those things. He continued to say those things. Even when Regina was not saying anything, or Ned was not saying anything, the guy was still writing things. He was still making threats. You are in Nigeria and you are threatening a Nigerian politician. What do you think will happen to you? See, I talked about wisdom because when you are a Nigerian, you now in Nigeria, they born you, you be Nigerian, you know how the system works. You know that the system can never be in favor of a poor person, somebody that does not have level, somebody that does not belong to the elite class. The system is literally designed to work against you. The mistake Regina made was thinking that she has belonged to elite class just because she got married to Mr. Ned Nwoko. Take for instance, Senator Natasha. You guys know Senator Natasha, right? Upon say this woman a senator, she's a senator of the Federal Republic, voted by her constituency, voted by her own people to go and represent them at the House of Senate. Look at what is happening to her. The other day, her passports were seized at the airport. This is a serving senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I am just trying to tell you guys that there are some battles that you don't fight. If you insist to fight such battles, you are going to continue losing. It is not mocking. That is just the bitter reality. That is the reality. And if you don't recognize your reality, you will not even know where something that is happening to you is coming from. That is number one mistake that Regina made. When Nigerians were protesting against injustice, Regina was mocking Nigerians because she thought, after all, she's married to Senator Ned Nwoko, so she's not belong to the elite. She doesn't know that it is not sexually transmitted. If you are not an elite, you are not an elite. Even if you are married to someone that is an elite, except the person you are married to is someone that really loves you. But in this case, we all know that that marriage has nothing to do with love. That marriage has nothing to do with love. And then Regina had issues with Jaruma. You guys know Jaruma, right? Regina facilitated using police to intimidate Jaruma. This thing that Regina is fighting against today, Regina used it against other people. She used the same injustice, the same police, used it against Jaruma. Just because she had a husband that is an elite. So she thought that it was okay for her that come from not so good background to join the elite to oppress other people. When she was doing it, she didn't mind. Then there was this guy that also made some defamation. Yeah, the guy actually made defamation against Regina. But what did Regina and her husband do? Instead of charging this guy to court, they went and kidnapped this guy. Just the same thing that is happening to Regina's brother. They kidnapped this guy. They put this guy in prison. The guy has been in prison since then. No court, no nothing. That is injustice. He who comes to equity must come with a clean hand. Regina, Everything that she's crying for today, she has used it against other people. How about the issue that Regina had, that Mr. Johnson had with Angela Okorie? Regina went and took him out there because she's married to a senator. Nothing will happen to her. She's above the law. She went and inserted herself in something that had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with her. She inserted herself because she wants to defend Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson did not say anything, but you now, because Nebu Okachamara, you have to insert yourself into it and started. It's not like you inserted yourself and tried to make peace or broker peace. Even when you and Angela and your mother, your family and Angela, all of you know each other back in Asaba. But because you felt like you married to a senator, so you are now above the law, you went and started insulting Angela. When Angela fired back, what did you do, Regina? You connived with your husband to get Angela arrested. According to Jaruma, she spent almost 10 million naira to save herself. Angela was kidnapped and be arrested. She stayed there for almost 1 week. Eventually, she came out only to apologize to Mr. Ned Nwoko and his wife. Even when it was Regina that inserted herself into what is not her business. That is the operation that I am talking about. It's the same thing that is happening to Regina today. The same thing that Regina supported. The same thing that Regina was at the forefront of. That is the same thing that is happening to her today. That same thing that they use against other people is the same thing that they are using against her today. The police, intimidation, oppression. And when it started happening to her, instead of her to sit down, advise herself and say, okay, this is the kind of man I'm married to. Let me respect myself. Let me follow this thing with wisdom. What did she do? She was running her mouth on social media. She allowed her brother threatening to beat up or to buy the senator. You don't know that these people are looking for excuse to deal with your family? That you should, if not for anything, for the sake of your family. Upon all these things that is happening, Regina was supposed to go there, go create a scene, carry media people, carry journalists, carry influencers, carry people who carry camera, go to the police station for Abuja there, go and create a scene. You are a big celebrity. People will stand. Once people see you, people will follow you, Regina. But what did you do? You were nowhere to be found. It was Mr. Johnson. After Nigerians dragged Mr. Johnson, she had to now come out and follow your mother. And they went to Abuja. At the end of the day, nothing happened. But if Regina had taken the advice that I gave, my suggestion, crying, babe, you cry, play victim. That is how you will get justice. Play victim. You and this man no be mate. You and this man no be like, oh now, but people cannot go aura for aura. But you are telling the man that he thinks that he has a contact, that you too, you also have contact, you also have money. You are telling the senator, where be saying I didn't give you those contacts, I didn't give you those money. You are telling him that you have contact, you have money. And you know how our politicians, you know how ruthless they can be. You know how they can do anything just to show you that they are bigger than you, or they are better than you, or that they can do something to you and nothing will happen. My dear, you are in Nigeria. When you go to Rome, you behave like Romans. You live like Romans. In Nigeria, the less connected people, poor people, no get mouth. That is just the plain truth. We have to accept our reality while we try to see how things can change. But first, you have to be safe. Look at it now. At the end, nobody, all those people that were gassing you up, none of them is able to help. Even the ones, the public ones, that's the big ones that you know, none of them is coming to your aid. None of them is coming to help. Your brother is in prison till 28th of November. That 28th now, they will still adjourn it again to another 28th. That is just the modus operandi of Nigerian politicians. That is how, it's not just Nigerian politicians, my dear. It is Nigerian big men, the big men syndrome. It is big man thing. Look at that poor lady that gave a review of a tomato paste. The man, the owner of the company, is still dragging this woman. Upon all of the outrage on social media, trending hashtags, trying to cancel this man, the man is still dragging this lady. I just saw an update this morning. I was so mad. I even saw Nigerians, people, women, advertising the same tomatoes. That same tomatoes that the owner is oppressing your fellow woman. You went and bought that. You went and collected a PR gig from the tomato company, and you are proud to advertise it. because they know that once they give you money, you will sell your morals, you will sell your integrity, you will start defending your oppressors. That is the type of country that we have, sadly. That was why I advised Regina right from day one, desist from towing this path, because it's not going to lead you to victory. You're not going to win. Her first video that she did since this incident started, Regina was like, you guys use your 500 naira to buy my CD. My dear, Nigerians, those people that buy that CD 500 naira are the people that are supposed to stand with you. There are people that are supposed to stand by you. There are people that are supposed to trend hashtag, post on social media, talk about it, call the world to intervene. You have the guts to come to social media and start broke shaming them because you didn't know the magnitude of what is happening, because you're not there. You are not the one that is going through what your brother is going through. That was so selfish. And you are using Gen Z slang for us, type shit. Somebody that her brother is going through torture. You are supposed to be sober. You are supposed to be at the forefront of the fight. But you are hiding. And when you finally come out to speak, what did you say? You started broke shaming people. Do you think that this is play? It is not play. When I saw that first video that he cheated, I was like, is this girl being serious right now? I was so disappointed, I was so disappointed. Is this girl being serious right now? It be like say this thing na joke. I was maybe they are just trying to create drama to be more popular, because there is no way that the incident is real and your first video is you coming to broke shame people and talking about type shit, laughing and playing as if you are not a child, Regina. You are 25. You are not a child. Now, something that you're supposed to do initially, you are not doing it now. This cry that you cry, my dear, continue to cry it. In fact, remove makeup, remove everything, remove all those things. Play victim so that Nigerians will stand by you. Even if Nigerians no fit do anything, at least bringing attention, world attention to it. That is the only way to put pressure on your ex-husband, like you call him. Put pressure on him so that your brother will be released. He does not deserve to be there. All he did was defend his sister. Just that he went overboard, forgetting the country that he was in. See, your second brother, the one that is writing all those things now on social media, tell that one to desist. He's even lucky that he's not in the country. He's lucky that he's not in the country, because knowing Nigerian politicians very well, they would have carried him as well. The aim is not because you wronged or you said something wrong or you did something wrong the aim is just to punish you, to make you suffer, to make your family suffer. That is just the aim. That is just the goal. So why not apply sense? You dey follow Ned, they do aura for aura. My dear, it no go end well if you continue. And you are saying now that you want to go back to him. To go and do what?
Like, what's the problem? Well, I've tried. I'll go back. I'll go back.
Personally, I am not going to advise you to go back to him. See, you think the senator wants you back as his wife? They play. He doesn't want you back because a lot of damages have been done. He doesn't want you back as a wife. If you go back, you go suffer. You go to suffer. Your brother said that he said you should return to the rehabilitation. That is where they want you to be, not as his wife or be in his house and continue the kind of life that you used to live. You have to buckle up. You have to realize what you are up against and act accordingly. Forget all these people that are gathering you on social media. When it's set, they don't go show. They will not show up. If you know people, there are videos of you and Senate President and your husband and Senator's wife. My dear, those Senator's wife, you don't have their number. Call them, mommy, call them, mommy, be crying, cry. Kneel down, mommy, please. Can you help me to beg your husband, to tell my husband to please release my brother? That is the only way. Call those Senator's wife, cry. Beg them to tell their own husband to help you talk to Senator Ned Nwoko so that he will release your brother. That is just it. Don't go and be fighting a battle that you will lose. You will lose everything. Not be Nigeria. Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is just my thought, because the things that I'm seeing is not nice. I don't know who is advising Regina, but I guess right now she's becoming sober, and I hope that she continues like this. Play victim, my dear. Play victim. That's the only way to win against big men. Play victim. Be the underdog. People love to stand with the underdog. Anyways, thank you guys so much. If you've not subscribed, do well to subscribe. Turn on the bell notification. Thank you. See you all in the next one. Bye.